Hey guys, Mouse here, and I just want to make a quick video going over the tank and how a tank fight should look. Basically, the fundamentals of a tank fight. So if you're ever lost or don't know what to do, or just want to see how you can improve your tank fight, this is the video for you. So we got some background information on the tank here. The tank has about 6,000 HP, has a walking speed of 210 velocity, which is slightly slower than the humans who walk at 220 velocity. And the punch and the rock both do 24 damage. It takes, when you throw a rock, there will be 5-second cooldown before you can throw the rock again. That's what that means. And keep in mind that the tank has 2 passes before going AI. So when you play the tank, you'll see like a rage meter, and it'll go down. And after, it'll go down once, and then it'll say first onto second pass, and then it'll go down again. And then after that, that's the second pass, it will go AI. And most of the time you don't want to do that, and you can stop the rage meter from going down by either keeping line of sight on the survivors, so just being able to see the survivors. If they stand behind a wall, that doesn't count, your rage meter will go down, and hitting the survivors with either the rock, the punch, or a hittable. That's what like the toy is. Okay, let's say that you just spawned in as tank. This is going to be your first pass, which I like to call the setup and delay phase. So during the first pass, you're going to set up. So what you want to do is, if there's any hittables, try to hit them near the survivors where you can use them when you go in, as well as get into position. Now, this heavily depends on the survivors and wherever they want to take the tank. They can take it to one of 2 areas, either A, in like a super large outdoor open field, or B, more enclosed, maybe inside a building area. It just depends on the map and what the survivors want to do. So if they're in the A open field, what you want to do is try to find most likely an elevated position where you can keep line of sight with the survivors, as well as throw rocks without taking a lot of chip damage. If you're unable to do this without taking chip damage, it's not worth it. So if you're in an open field, keep line of sight and delay and throw rocks. If they're in like an enclosed area where you are unable to keep line of sight or throw rocks without losing all your HP, then it's not worth it. Don't do it. Just let the first pass go, because you want to have a lot of health for your second phase. I would say try to not lose more than 1,000 HP in your first phase. Like, that's kind of a lot already. During your first phase as well, you're trying to delay in order for your teammates to go in. So during the first phase, your teammates can just go in, try to do damage, however they want to set up. So by the time your second phase comes, they have the hit they want that they're going to use to support you. The best hit to support a tank is some kind of tri-cap. So Ghost, Hunter, Charger is usually like the preferred method. Sometimes Jockey can be good, it just depends, but any kind of like tri-cap would be good. So they're just going to go in. All right, first pass is about to end because you weren't able to keep line of sight or throw rocks without taking damage, or they're in a closed area where you can't really do that. So they're just going to kill. All right, so we have Smoker, Hunter, Charger. That's good. We're going to save it. So I didn't really talk about Boomer or Spitter. Boomer can be good on certain enclosed areas where you can get a boom and then go in, but that's more advanced. And also, if you are going to do that, you want to have the boom go in during the beginning of the second pass. So by the time you go in, you can wait for like another tri-cap to come and help you out. Spitter is absolute garbage with tank. Don't ever hold Spitter for tank. You won't do anything to help with the tank. Okay, let's say your first pass passes and it's time for your second pass, which I like to call the attack phase. So as tank, once your second pass comes, the tank is going to go in. And one of 2 things is going to happen with the tank. Either 1, the tank's going to get a corner and a down, or B, the tank isn't going to get a corner and a down. So let's go with scenario A, where the tank goes in, catches Rochelle off guard, and then boom, corners her, hits her 4 to 5 times, and she's down. Once that happens, then your support will go in. You are holding your ghost support or your infected support until the tank gets a knock. So boom, tank gets a knock on Rochelle, then the support will go in and try to land a tri-cap. If you do that, bam, you instantly win the round. Knocked and then tri-capped, you win. That is the fundamental way to play tank. But let's say that doesn't happen. Let's say that the tank goes in and doesn't really get anybody down. Let's say it just goes in, it's getting melted, it's getting juked, it can't really do much. the ghost or the infected support are going to hold their hit until the tank health drops under 40 to 35%. So he's going in, he's missing, and then boom, let's say he's at like 35% HP. Once you hit that HP range, then your support will go in and try to help you. So boom, try to get a tri-cap, and then maybe Hunter slows down Coach, and then he can get a few hits on Coach, blah, blah, and then, try to do as much damage as possible. The reason why you don't want to go in early is because, one, the best way to play tank is like how I mentioned, where you get a knock and then tri-cap. And if you go in early, you'll probably die before the tank can even get like a single down. Secondly, you might accidentally get killed by the tank. So as the support, you never want to try and jump onto whatever your tank is targeting. So let's say he's about to corner Rochelle and then Hunter jumps on Rochelle. The tank is like still forced to hit Rochelle because who else is he going to hit? There's no one else next to him. So you're going to kill the Hunter and then you're going to down Rochelle, and you basically wasted a support for like a knock that was already going to happen. Now you can't tri-cap, and now Coach can clear the other two infected that come out. And then your tank has to worry about killing two other people, right? So remember, infected support will only go in if the tank gets a down or the tank's HP drops below 40% or 35%. Those are the only times you should go in as the support. Now that is like the fundamental way to play it, right? But there is like a little bit of nuance. There are different things that can happen. For example, if you have a smoker, sometimes people like to go for an early smoker pull. So they'll pull in Coach a little bit and then help the tank corner Coach because of the smoker pull. Or if you have a boomer, try to go in and get a horde going. If you have boomer, try to go in early. So if it fails, the tank can still wait a little bit out of the second pass so another cap infected can come out. Another thing is like hittables. Hittables are very strong for the tank. If you get a hittable in, obviously as the tank, you want to like focus on the hittable, because if you hit any survivor once, they're immediately down with it. As the ghost, you should also wait until either it gets a down with the hittable or the tank's HP drops below a certain point, like I said earlier. However, you want to try and cap them, and then if, let's say, the Hunter gets a cap, I will try to hit the car onto the cap survivor. Obviously, it's easier said than done, and it's kind of funky trying to hit things, but you basically play it the same way, and the same thing with the infected. You want to try and wait until the tank needs help or until the tank gets it down, and then you can go in. Hittables are very strong. Use them every chance you can. Sometimes maps don't have hittables, and then that's just unfortunate. So right here we have HK versus Signalis, and I'm just using this pro game to kind of show you how you want to play a tank in a very enclosed space. So because they're kind of forced to be like in the super enclosed area, the tank isn't able to keep line of sight or throw rocks without losing all its HP. So it's going to play in a safe position where it can go in when it needs to, but it is going to wait and kind of let its first pass go as they try to get the hit that they want ready. So they are going to send in the boomer kind of early. Either, I assume, just to get rid of it. If they got kind of like a bigger boom, I'm sure they would have gone in on that. But because not, they're just going to wait. They're going to let the frustration pass and kind of wait for the hit. Something to keep in mind, if like a hit goes in to try and cycle and you're alive as the tank, the survivors will run at you to try and like basically chip you. Because there's no hit, they won't get punished, and they probably won't get caught for doing that. So just be careful as a tank. If you don't have any support up and they know it, they will try to chip you. But, his hit is up, and he's going to run in alone, and the support is basically going to wait until he gets it down or until he drops to very low HP. So he's going around, he isn't really able to get anything, he gets a few hits, and then boom. He dropped under 30, the support should now be jumping in to help. Even though he didn't get it down, the support wants to help now because the tank will die soon if not and won't get anything. So the support goes in, boom, lands a tri-cap, and the tank is going to still be able to get the down, and then bam. See? So tank goes in, tries to get it down. If it can, the support waits until a down or until the tank falls below really low HP, then goes in for the tri-cap to finish the job. That is textbook how you want to play the tank in a small enclosed area. Okay, so this next clip is actually me playing the tank on hard rain. So I just got the tank and they're gonna take it out in this open area. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find a place a little bit more elevated where I can keep line of sight and just kind of throw rocks at them. So over here is not really the best place, so I'm gonna go over here. Knowing where to go just kind of comes down to skill, and like there are like select places that are like good for tanks, and you'll just learn them just by playing or seeing other people play. If you want to get really good, I would suggest maybe watching like pro players play. You can just search on YouTube for like pro games, and you can see like where they stand basically. So as you can see, I'm in a position where I can keep line of sight, and they are chipping me a little bit, but not that much because I'm so far away they can barely do any damage. And because I'm able to keep line in sight, my teammates can just go in with the hits, which is what they should be doing. So they're gonna just keep going in. I'm just gonna keep line of sight, keep throwing rocks, and try to preserve my first pass as long as possible without taking a whole ton of damage. So as you can see, I only took like a couple hundred damage. I'm just gonna keep going. Usually what survivors would do will just like cut line of sight so you lose first pass, but they aren't doing that. So I'm just keep throwing, keep looking, and then boom, I got my first, or I got a hit with a rock. So now my teammates can continuously just keep sending in the hits, and yeah, you know, just keep sending rocks, keeping line of sight. Yeah, see. Yeah, and see they're going in because I still have like a lot of rage left. And so you just keep going in, keep throwing rocks, and it's about no, yeah, just keep going. Yeah, see, they're starting to really chip me now. So now, as you can see, I'm starting to lose like a lot more HP. So at this point, it's probably not worth it anymore. See that I lost more than 1,000. It's not really worth taking more chip for rock damage, because then I won't have enough HP to go in. So as you can see, I'm kind of just letting it go, kind of playing it more safe. And then now, as you can see, we're sending in the boomer because we want the tri-cap, or he should be going in as boomer, because I'm on my second pass. Now I want my tri-cap before I go in. So I'm going to wait. I probably shouldn't be doing this because I'm taking damage. I should just sit and wait until I have my tri-cap, and then I'm going to go in. So yeah, you can see Hayes is telling me wait till tri-cap. And then my tri-cap is about up, and then I'm just going to go in. Now, what my support should do is wait till I get it down or until my HP drops below 35% and then go in. And so I do get a corner on Ellis. As you can see, they go in early, right? So this is why you don't go in early, because you won't really help your team. Like, what is this charger accomplishing? Sorry, quick edit. I just realized this guy actually went in like perfect timing, because I was like around the health cap where they want to go in, but he went for the person I was already hitting and about to down. And that's why you don't really go for that person. If he went for like another person, that would have been great. But yeah, I just want to add that, because imagine I get this down and then they go in and get the tri-cap, but because they went in early, they just kind of die and do nothing. He even went in. I don't even know what he was doing. And because of that, boom, my hit is basically dead. They should have gone in now after I got the cap. That would have been perfect execution. And I'm also like around that HP where they should be going in. Only really Hayes listened. But yeah, another thing with tank is don't be afraid to like back up and like kind of puppy guard. If you get it down, I could go behind the building behind me and then just kind of puppy guard and wait until the support comes back up to go for another hit. Because as you'll see, I'll kind of just run in, and it's not really a good idea because I can't really get much. This right here is a perfect example of like why delaying is so good. So as you can see, one is bleeding right now. They're kind of low. Tank just came up, and he's going to set up like all the way on top of this building and try to keep first pass for as long as possible. You can see him up here. He's just throwing rocks, keeping line of sight, trying not to take any chip. And because he's able to prolong it so long, we're just gonna be sending in hits. So right now we're just trying to find a place to get in. So we're gonna go in, do some damage, do a little bit of chip, and as you can see, you know, he's still 90 frustration, still first pass. only 99% HP. He's chilling right now. So he just waits, just continuously throwing rocks. He still has his first pass. Why is it lagging? He is close to losing it. He still has first pass. And then, because, you know, we're going to go in for the hit. I can kind of fuck up here. I can't spawn. Gonna go in, gonna do some chip damage. So even more chip damage done. And just think about it. We did how much damage? And the tank hasn't even gone in. Lost like 2% of HP. Oh my god, I do it too fast. Anyway, we're doing a lot of damage, and the tank hasn't even gone in yet, as you can see. And this person, Ellis, is bleeding. So the longer we wait, the less health he's going to have. And see, he's on second pass. Now all he's going to do is going to reposition to get a better position and wait for his hit to come up. We are going to kill Boomer because we want our tri-cap. So... Oh, actually, he's going to go for Rochelle because she's, like, in there already. Yeah, as you can see. So, he got the down. We killed the Boomer. And we are essentially just going to... He's just stalling. So, as you see, he downed Rochelle in the shack. And because of that, he backed up, repositioned, wait for his team to respawn. Just throwing rocks, keeping control of the tank. And because of that, we now have a tri-cap. So he's going to go in, and then we're going to go for the tri-cap. I, like, fuck up hard here. Like, that's so embarrassing. Loki, I should have spawned on top of this roof. That's so bad. And as you can see, if I spawned on this roof and then came down, we would have won. I would have got the tri-cap. But I, like, hard fucked up. But we still do a ton of damage. And it's still a pretty good tank overall. So, yeah, keep your first pass. Keep the hits going. And then when it's time to go in, go with the tri-cap. If you get it down, back up, reposition. And just keep up the pressure. This would have been perfect if I didn't mess up. But, you know, you learn, you live from your mistakes. And just try to do better next time. So this is kind of like the last example I want to give. So this is me again, just playing some center. And as you can see, during my first pass, they're setting up over here. We have our hit ready, so the hit that we want to go in, as well as me setting up my hittable, you know, trying not to take damage. And so I got the hittable where I want it. And because everything else is set up, we got the hit. I'm just going to try and kind of just keep my first pass. Trying to like get it in there a little bit earlier for me. And so, boom, I got my second pass. And you don't have to go, like, immediately. You have this whole bar to play with, but try not to take damage. And, you know, yeah, just get a few rocks in. Not really getting much. It's my second pass, so I'm like, all right, let's just send it. Or it's what I should be doing it. Because I have, like, a lot of HP, I'm going to go in. I completely whiff that because I suck. And as you can see, the hit's waiting. They're waiting for an opportunity. You can see I'm kind of struggling, and I'm already at, like, 50 HP-ish. But then they catch Ellis off guard. I see that, and I immediately go and then try to hit him with the car. And then if you get a down like this, most of the time, you want to just try and straight up kill the opponent. Like, you get it down, because then they'll permanently be dead, even if you don't get anyone else. Amazing play with the charger. He gets the charge in, and then I'm just going to go for the kills. Because, you know, we'll permanently kill them, and then we'll only have 2 to worry about. And that's, like, really big. So, boom, hit the car into them, and they're dead. Yeah. Right here, I try to hit it up. It doesn't really go that way. If a car flies completely out of the way, out of bounds, out of, like, just, like, home run, sometimes it's not worth going for. I know I said, like, try to tunnel the cars, but, like, if it's getting knocked out, like, or, like, if you're going in early, it gets knocked out, like, sometimes it's best just to chase them down. Don't tunnel vision too much in this game. Right here is probably not a good idea. What I should have done is, like, try to just bait, like, try to crouch behind this car, wait for the hit to come up, but I try to throw a rock stupidly and end up dying for it. But yeah, just play with your hittables, try to play with your team, use your first pass to set up, and most importantly, don't be afraid to mess up. You know, you're gonna fuck up, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna get called out, but that's how you improve. You know, you can't improve at something if you don't try and fuck up at it. And remember, improving isn't winning. Improving is learning from your mistakes and then playing better because of it. So yeah, I kind of hope this guide helped you out a little bit. Maybe you understand how to play tank more. Maybe I'm an idiot and don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.